Umapati Mahadev ki Jai. Jai Sitaram devotees, Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday with your Shri Pandit Shiva Janak Maharaj. Another beautiful day. It is here in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. As you have Sooryoday on Thursday mornings, every Thursday morning from 4 to 6 a.m. on Radio Jaagriti, as well as from 6 to 8 a.m. here on TV Jaagriti. So this morning, dear devotees, of course, if you have your STMS Mahasabha calendar, you would have seen that tomorrow, the 22nd of May, is known as Shani Jayanti. Yes, dear devotees, Shani Bhagwan, Shani Devta, he is one that is feared by so many people. However, he is not to be feared, dear devotees. He is simply performing his duties as assigned to him. And we'll understand a little more about that in today's program, dear devotees. So, to begin the katha of the appearance of Bhagwan Shani, dear devotees, we start from a father, Vishwakarma. Now, Vishwakarma, he is the celestial architect. He is the one who designs, all the celestial buildings and weapons and so forth. Example, the Vishwakarma, he creates some of those weapons that Bhagwan Shiv uses, that Sri Ram uses, and so he is known as the celestial architect and the engineer who can design things, their devotees. So this Vishwakarma, his daughter was of age to get married, and as every father will want, he wanted the best suitor to marry his daughter, their devotees. So he went far and wide, and he looked and he could not find anyone better, brighter, smarter than Surya Bhagwan, their devotees. So Vishwakarma, he has his daughter. His daughter's name was Sanjana. And Sanjana, he wanted to get married to the best person that he can find. Even in Ramayana Katha, that Raja Janak, he had that Swayambar to find the best suitor, to find the best person for his daughter Sita Mata. And likewise, their devotees, Vishwakarma, he wanted the best person, the best husband for his daughter Sanjana. And he saw the qualities of Bhagwan Sri Surya to be the best suitor for his daughter. So he approached Bhagwan Sri Surya, their devotees, and so the marriage happened between Sanjana and Bhagwan Sri Surya, because Surya Bhagwan, he accepted the proposal of marriage to Sanjana. Now, dear devotees, as we all know, as the Katha says here, a little while into the marriage, Sanjana, she became very troubled. She can take it no more. The glare and the heat emanating from Surya Bhagwan, it darkened her aura. And so she became dark in complexion. And it sapped away all her energy. Do you know how you feel when you go out into the sun, dear devotees? You know how you feel drained? Of course, imagine being in that proximity, being so close to the sun, how very draining that can be, and how that really takes someone. Now, deeper down there, devotees, it says she could not take it anymore, and she had no feelings, no love for her husband anymore. No color now resembled the energies of dusk and dawn. She became very dark, the devotees. Now, let us look into the deeper philosophy of this, into the modern day teachings. Sometimes when a marriage takes place and the Dulahin, she goes to the home of her in-laws, there are sometimes some heated situations there, dear devotees. And those situations in the in-laws' home can cause the newly married bride that enters the home to lose herself, dear devotees, to lose her lustre, to lose her joy, to become very sad and become very dejected. So we can learn from this, dear devotees, in that this may be how Sanjana felt, dear devotees, and becoming that darker person, becoming that person who, is so troubled because of the situation she is in. She had no love for her husband in her mind, dear devotees. And what happened, dear devotees? Sanjana, the gods, when she changed her color, she changed her aura, then they gave her now the name Sandhya. We all know this Sandhya time. Sandhya time is that time of dusk to dawn, the evening where the light goes and the darkness comes in. They gave her the name Sandhya. So as we continue the Katha, dear devotees, we are learning so much from this little Katha of the birth, of how the events that led to the coming of Shani Devta, dear devotees. Let us enjoy this selection that will give us some more in-depth into the Katha itself in this song, in this video that you will enjoy. Prim se bolo Shri Shani Bhagwan ki jai. Prim se bolo Shri Shani Bhagwan ki jai. Jai Sitaram, dear devotees, Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday with yours, Pandit Shiva Janak Maharaj. And this morning we are discussing the events that led to the appearance of Shani Devta, dear devotees. Thus far we have looked at and explained that Sanjana, the daughter of Vishwakarma ji, she was married to Bhagwan Shri Surya, dear devotees, and she couldn't take the heat, literally, and so she left, dear devotees. But before leaving, she made a clone of herself, dear devotees. It says that she plots a plan and she creates a clone of herself, and that form she called Chaya. Chaya means shadow. She made a shadow form of herself, and in scientific terms, this may be the earliest documentation of cloning, dear devotees. Cloning is something scientifically that is possible today, that you can take the cells of one being and clone the whole other exact replica of that being, dear devotees. And so she cloned herself in this form known as Chaya. She installs Chaya in her place and instructs her to not leave Surya Bhagwan's presence under any circumstances and to dutifully remain there until she returns, dear devotees. So Sanjana, she puts this clone in her place. Bhagwan Shri Surya now, dear devotees, not knowing or not realizing that this is not the original Sanjana and this is a clone form of her, then, dear devotees, he continues to have that marital relationships with his wife as far as he knows, dear devotees, as far as he is thinking this is his wife, and he continues to have that dutiful relationship of the Grahasti ashram, dear devotees, the householder's ashram. There are certain duties and certain pledges that you make in the Vivaha Samskar, dear devotees, of being together, dear devotees, in a certain way. And so through that relation that they had, that marital relation that they had, they conceived a son, dear devotees, and this son was called Shani. This is Shani Jayanti. Tomorrow, dear devotees, we are preparing for Shani Jayanti. That is tomorrow on your STMS calendars. You will see tomorrow is Shani Jayanti, and so on a day such as this, Bhagwan Shri Shani, he was born. He was born with a dark form, dear devotees, and so he had that of his mother, all the characteristics of his mother. And so let us enjoy a beautiful Jayanti song now to him as we praise him, preparing ourselves for Shani Jayanti tomorrow. Prim se bolo Shri Shani Bhagwan ki jai. Prim se bolo Shri Shani Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Shani Jayanti, dear devotees. Tomorrow, that appearance of that form of Shani Devta, dear devotees, we are preparing ourselves as we are discussing the Katha of Bhagwan Shri Shani. So we see thus far Sanjana, daughter of Vishwakarma, being married to Surya Bhagwan, couldn't take the heat. She created another form of herself called Chaya, and Chaya, dear devotees, together with Surya Bhagwan had a child by the name of Shani Bhagwan, dear devotees, Shani Devta. And Shani Devta, dear devotees, when Vishwakarma, Sanjana's father, hears the news of the birth of a child by Bhagwan Shri Surya, Shani, dear devotees, that he had a child by the name of Shani, then he was deeply troubled. He was very confused, because here it is, his daughter is with him, yet he is hearing that his daughter has a child with Surya Bhagwan, he became very confused. So he confronted Sanjana, their devotees, who was staying at his home, their devotees, and asked her for the truth. Sanjana confessed of having left the clone, the Chaya form of herself, Vishwakarma. Immediately orders his daughter to return to her rightful position in Surya's house. So here it is, the father, their devotees. Sometimes in modern day times when the Dulahin, they run away from the home, they tend to go back to their family home, their devotees. This is where parents, you need to talk to your children, their devotees, and let them know that, you have to work things out. This is something that you have a union that you have made. And of course, if it is that serious, if it is that, you need to act accordingly, their devotees. And so in this case now, just knowing that it is just the heat that she couldn't take, being so close in the proximity of Surya Bhagwan, her father advised her to go back to her rightful place with her Patidev, with her husband, their devotees. And so she goes back, and Sanjana returns to Surya Bhagwan's home, but she replaced herself with that form of Chaya, who Bhagwan Sri Surya, he did not even realize that switch was even made back, that this person now is not that person whom he had the child with, and now this is the real Sanjana that she has that returned, and having destroyed that Chaya form, their devotee, she returns home to her husband to withstand the glare and the heat of her husband. Surya Bhagwan, their devotees, having not noticed the exchange once again, so he gives birth to two other children now with Sanjana. So Sanjana now having replaced, gotten rid of Chaya, he has two other children. Then they are Yam and Yamuna. These are names that we of course know. Yam Devta and Yamuna Devi, that sacred river that flows through that area where Bhagwan Sri Krishna bathed as well, their devotees. As the children grew older, Sanjana's animosity towards Shani grew stronger, as she does everything in her powers to distance him from Bhagwan Sri Surya and devoid of motherly love and fatherly attention. Shani thereafter was very depressed, lazy, and utterly, he had no reason for living. He had a very negative mental mind, their devotees. And this is another lesson that we should learn in modern day times, how we treat our children. Our children, whether they be our birth children or our stepchildren or whatever, their devotees, children need love and attention from their parents, both mother and father. Their devotees, especially mamata, that motherly love, children needed, their devotees. And so Bhagwan Sri Shani, he was devoid of this love growing up, their devotees. And so he grew up seeing himself and seeing his younger brother, his younger sister being favored more, their devotees. This is something that we should not have in our homes, their devotees. We should not have at all, their devotees. The three children came of age, and time comes to bestow them with responsibilities, to give them their responsibilities. And Surya Bhagwan, he announces the same to his children. Hearing this, Sanjana quickly poisons Surya's mind against the capabilities of Shani. Why is she doing this? Remember that Shani is not born from her. Shani was born from the Chaya form of herself, their devotees. And so, their devotees, she now creates that mental block in mind of Bhagwan Sri Surya, and she requests him to divide his responsibilities between Yam and Yamuna and leave out Shani Devta, their devotees. And so, at the appointment day, what happens? We will hear after this next selection, after this song, dear devotees, as we prepare ourselves to celebrate and to honor Bhagwan Sri Shani Devta tomorrow, dear devotees, being Shani Jayanti. Prem Solo Shri Shani Bhagwan Ki Jai. प्रेम से बोलो श्री शनि भगवान की जय. Jai Sitaram devotees. Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday with your Shri Pandit Shiva Janak Maharaj. Today we are preparing ourselves for that observance of Shani Jayanti tomorrow, dear devotees. And so the time has come in our Katha where Surya Bhagwan is going to share responsibilities and give titles to the children, dear devotees. Of course, Sanjana, his Dharam Patni, has tainted his mind towards Shani Devta, being that he was not born of her, but born from the Chaya form of her, dear devotees. And she wants all the things, all the responsibilities to go to her children. This is also an argument or dispute that we have in today's world, dear devotees. Sometimes, when we have children, different children, and how to share the responsibilities, how to share the property and so forth, the estate, this becomes a problem. So, on the appointment day, Shani Devta is ignored, and Yam Devta, the younger son, is given the title of Dharam Raj, the king of Dharma, dear devotees. This is why we know him today as Dharam Raj Yam Devta, dear devotees, and is given the responsibility of upholding truth in humanity. Yamuna, popularly known as the Yam, became popularly known as the god of death. However, this is just a term that we use, but he is the Dharma, the king of Dharma. He gives us what is due to us at that point of death, dear devotee. It's not literally so. He merely appears at the appointment time of death so that he can cart away the soul. He can carry the soul and present the updated karmic balances. You have Gupta and Chitragupta, their devotees, who has that account of your karmas, their devotees. So he gives an account of your karmas at that point of death. He is not the Lord of death, their devotees. And he gives that before your soul can go on to their respective place, their devotees. And is explained with compassion, righteousness, and an unwavering approach, the good and bad deeds of the soul and the likely implications of same. So afterlife, when your life after death, dear devotees, this is the purpose of Yam Devta. Yamuna is given the status of the holy river, and we know her as one of the three holy rivers, dear devotees, the Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati, and is given the responsibility of washing away the sins of those who bathe in her or partake of her waters. She is also given the responsibility of generating a spark of good thought, thinking, dear devotees, thought in all those who touch her waters. So Yamuna Devi, she is given that of removing Yam and Yamuna. They accepted their responsibilities and they left. Dear devotees, Shani is left standing all alone. As his son and older brother, he feels very humiliated and insulted, unable to break the barriers of communication with his father, unable to invoke love from his mother, unable to express authority over his younger brother and sister, and unable to prove the capability that he believes he has. A rage builds up in Shani Devta. You see, dear devotees, these are all, situations make people act in certain ways, and these are all negative things that we should avoid in our own lives, to not invoke the same response from other members of our family, dear devotees, especially our children. To vent his anger, he seeks out his mother Sanjana and delivers a well-aimed kick at her womb, dear devotees, believing that she is an insult to that of a mother. Shocked at this act, Sanjana, she curses Shani Bhagwan to lose that leg, dear devotees, and this is why it is said now that Shani Devta moves very slowly, dear devotees. Shani lies on the ground. The scene is witnessed by Bhagwan Sri Surya, who finds it very strange how a mother will wish something bad on her son, dear devotees. And so, though he can forgive Shani's behavior as an act of an unruly son, he is unable to understand the curse of the mother Sanjana Surya then confronts Sanjana for the truth. And Sanjana confessed to all of that, their devotees. And then Bhagwan Sri Surya, he felt very sorry and he bestowed the title on Bhagwan Sri Shani to see about the karma. Shani is installed as the planet that will govern karma and dharma in one's horoscope by Surya Bhagwan, their devotees. He will enter your horoscope as your karmic guru, your hardest teacher, and will ensure that you learn your lessons and pass your tests so that you can rise higher up in the karmic ladder. Like his brother Yam Devta, Shani Devta will break your consciousness in the house and he will appear in to force you like a hard taskmaster to confront, to deal with the toughness of your karma, dear devotees. Deal with your karma and bestow you with his own traits and patience, seriousness and diligence to help you learn your lessons in the appointed house. So dear devotees, Shani Devta is not to be feared. He helps you to become a better person. This is why Shani Devta is being placed now and blessed with that of teaching us the relation between our karma and our dharma, dear devotees. So he is not to be feared. Let us enjoy the last song, bhajan to Shri Shani Devta as we celebrate and we prepare ourselves for tomorrow, dear devotees, the Shani Jayanti. Prem se bol Shri Shani Bhagwan ki jai. Prem se bol Shri Shani Bhagwan ki jai. Jai Sitaram, dear devotees. Swagatam, welcome back as we close off this morning, dear devotees. I hope you have understood a little more about Shani Devta. He's not to be feared. He simply gives us and helps us to grow from our mistakes, to grow from our past, dear devotees, into better persons, dear devotees, by giving us his own traits of patience and seriousness to get through whatever hardships that we need to get through, dear devotees. So he's not to be feared. Tomorrow, Shani Jayanti, dear devotees, you can make a prayer to Bhagwan Sri Shani, dear devotees, especially those who are under his influence in your charts, in your astrological charts. Shani Bhagwan, may he help you to get through your hardships, dear devotees. And as we invite you all, join us on Sunday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. for our virtual spiritual retreat from the Suri village Shiv Mandir with your Shri Pandit Shiva Janak Maharaj. And as we leave you, we pray, O Lord, may you lead us from the unreal to the real. May you lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge. And may you lead us from mortality to immortality. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Prityorama Amritam Gamaye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.